Hey, what up, guys? It's JQ McGreen, and this is my first video ever. And I want to talk about the Lakers. Yeah, I want to talk about the Lakers. That's one of my favorite teams right now in the NBA. It's the Lakers and Knicks, and I love the transactions that they have made lately. Although they didn't get Kawhi Leonard, which everybody highly anticipated, I feel like the addition of AD and having LeBron on the team already is good enough. Is a great combo and a good enough star power in order for them to win a championship. And they went in the precise route that you would want to go to, as far as adding the proper role players, shooters, facilitators, rebounders, people that have strengths in different areas to support the LeBron and AD. So I love the additions of re-signing Rondo, JaVale McGee, KCP. He's been with us for a couple seasons. He's cool. It's a short. Well, they gave him a lot of money, like 2 years, $16 million. It's cool. He's young. He's 26. He can shoot. He can play defense sometimes, but I need more consistency. I need a lot more consistency from that man before I can say that he's worth that amount of money. Compared to look at Quinn Cook, we picked him up 2 years, $6 million. Granted, he was in the Warriors. He was a backup point guard for them, for Steph Curry. But he started a couple games and he played pretty well when Steph Curry was absent. So he could have garnered himself a little bit more money. And I'm not sure, him and KCP may be the same age. Right? He might be a little younger. But yeah, KCP, he got to show me that contract he's worth it. Otherwise, it becomes a pretty cool trade asset. If he doesn't play well down the line. Adding DeMarcus Cousins is a hell of a pickup. Right? I think people are not really they're not talking about it. They're talking about it, but they're not giving as much praise as they should, because you gotta think about it like this. He's coming off the finals. He was just in the finals. It was his first time getting a taste of the playoffs, let alone the finals. And I think that was great for his confidence. That's great for his career moving forward. Now, although the injuries of late have been hindering him from playing, and he giving us that dominant presence he used to give us offensively from the Sacramento days, even in New Orleans, because you got to remember, even in New Orleans, before he got hurt, he actually made the All-Star game. He's an All-Star talent. He made the All-Star game. He just got hurt. That just goes to show you that him and AD together, he can really show out and show how talented and how skillful he is and still is on this team. So the addition of DeMarcus Cousins is great. Him and Anthony Davis is going to have a ball on the Lakers. And you got to think about, you got LeBron there, so now LeBron doesn't have to even hold the ball now. LeBron could really play off the ball for the first time ever and be confident that there's some other people that can really score for him. That he doesn't have to force anything. Cousins and AD alone can just play with one another as far as passing, shooting, dribbling. They can do it all. They showed you in New Orleans with a much less talented team in New Orleans compared to this Lakers squad. No disrespect to Drew Holiday. He's a hell of a talent. Both ends of the floor, by the way. But talking about he's playing with LeBron now, and they're playing with Rondo as well. Let's not forget that they re-signed him as well in a 2-year deal. Rondo played with these guys as well in New Orleans, so they already had that chemistry growing back from playing in New Orleans. So maybe they might click pretty quick. They may click a lot faster than previous LeBron's quote-unquote super teams, because these players already are familiar with one another. Even with, who else we got here? McGee. He played with us last year. He's familiar with the team. He knows his role. You add Cook. Him and Cook have some chemistry from the Warriors. He's a player's guy. And Jared Dudley, he's a solid pickup. But my question is, would y'all rather have Jared Dudley, Carmelo Anthony. Like, let's be honest. Let's be for real now. Like, I know y'all really want to be trying to shit on Melo. Like, Melo ain't got it no more. He's washed. He got wife issues. I mean, y'all really be trying to drag the man's name. Like, he can still score. No, he does not. He doesn't play defense. A lot of people in the NBA don't play defense right now. Why are we bringing it up to him? Like, this man is, he can be bona fide 10, 15 points with enough minutes. He won't give you no defense, really. That's cool. I mean, we know that. But can he score? Yes, that man can. And let's not also forget the fact that LeBron's on the team. And if you looked at them previous years when they won the Olympics with LeBron and Melo on the team, I don't know what it is, but Melo plays better when LeBron's on his team. Like, when that LeBron factor with Carmelo is something about that. When they play together, Melo actually plays better. Like, LeBron really brings out the best in Melo. He plays a little bit better defense, magically enough. But his corner threes and just the scoring alone off of LeBron penetrating and, you know, finding the open man, it really meshes well with Melo. So, me, in my opinion, I would pick Melo. I would pick Melo over Jared Dudley right now, especially for the amount of money that they gave him. 1 year, $2.6 million. I mean, could have given it to Melo because he would be more effective to me in that role that you're going to give Jared Dudley, which is probably, 5-6 minutes at best, or he'll just fill in when somebody's in foul trouble. Maybe not. He might not even be in a rotation, to be honest. He wasn't much of a rotation when he was with the Brooklyn Nets. So why not replace him with Melo? You throw Melo out there for the same minutes, he can get you more production. He's a vet. He's playing with. Jared Dudley's a vet. There's no disrespect to Jared Dudley. He's solid. He's a great team player. Good. He's a great role player. But I just feel like Melo would just be more effective. He's gonna be hungry. He's gonna know, like, this is my opportunity to win a championship. Like, he wins that ring, it's like you really can't shit on the man's career no more. He won it with LeBron, one of his best friends, his banana boat buddies. It would be awesome. LeBron winning a championship with Wade and Melo. That's a good story to tell, you know. It'll be great. It'll be a great look. But, you know, to be continued. We gotta see on that. Let me keep going down this list. Danny Green, hell of a pickup. I love it. Love it. I said once the offseason started, I saw Danny Green was available after coming off that championship with the Raptors. Pick him up, scoop him up immediately. And thank God the Lakers decided to pick him up. Great signing. Now, granted, he's somewhat on the decline. He wasn't the same Danny Green that we've previously seen on the Spurs. But the fact that he can play defense for his size at 6'5", 6'6" or so, he plays really solid defense. He's a solid shooter regardless, whether he's off or on. He's gonna knock those 3-pointers every now and then, especially with the facilitating of Rondo, LeBron, Cousins, AD. Like, everybody in the starting lineup, everybody passes the ball very effectively. So they're gonna find that man. It's up to him to knock down shots, but I just like his roles for both sides of the ball and the championship experience he has with the Spurs and now the Raptors. Shout out to the Raptors, by the way. Great sequence in the finals. Y'all did that. Shout out to y'all. Yes, Danny Green, solid pickup. He started shooting guard immediately. I don't care who else we got. He started shooting guard. Now, I'm gonna get to the start of the lineup that I assume we're gonna put out on the floor when it's all said and done, and also our own version of the quote-unquote death lineup that the Warriors have at the moment, or used to have, because KD, bye. He in New York now. So, boom. Caruso getting re-signed, great. He got potential, young kid. It's a calm deal, 2 years, $5.5 million. Yeah, we're gonna need that rotation between the point guards because Rondo can't really give us too much offense, which is cool. He does what his role is, facilitate defense, everything else. I mean, if he's not down the shot, great, we'll take it. But we're not expecting offense from Rondo. Quentin Cook is not really a knockdown 3-point shooter. You really can't expect too much out of him. So Caruso might actually do us some justice as giving us a balance of a little more offense and a little more defense, and he's younger. So I'll look to see him improve and really help us out on the offense and defensive end. Troy Daniels, great shooter. No, not great shooter. He's a good shooter. He's a good shooter. Solid defender, but we gotta see what happens with him as well. He can step it up for the amount of money we gave him, which was 1 year, 2.1 mil. Yeah, I got notes. I'm looking down, looking up. I got notes. I can come here to just speak up my ass, So, boom. I think we should wait on trying to get Iguodala, of course. Iguodala would be an awesome addition to the roster. Like that Iguodala put into the roster that's already in place, that's automatic championship. Or at least we getting there. I can't guarantee we'll win it, but we're automatically going to the championship if we get the Iguodalas of the world. I would like Kyle Korver on the team. I just feel like he's a little too old at this point to really be effective as far as moving around screens, running around, catching threes. I mean, his quarter 3-point shot is automatic. We know that. It's cool. It's how many minutes can you give him that he can be effective on the floor, especially if you're going to have the Cousins of the world probably playing with the bench players, although he's going to start as well. But I'm sure after a while, because he's a defensive liability at times, he's going to be in the back. He's going to be with the second unit. Is that going to involve Kyle Korver? So now you got Kyle Korver, Cousins, Cook. You got too many people that don't play defense or so in that lineup. And mind you, we have a great coaching staff from Frank Vogel, Jason Kidd, Lionel Hollins, and whoever else fills out the assistant coaches, and whoever else does their positions, defensive coach, offensive coach, medical staff, so on and so forth. Because those are key as well. Don't sleep on those people. Those people deserve their credit as well. They put their work in just as much as the players do. So, with that being said, I think the starting lineup should be Rondo at the point guard, shooting guard, Danny Green, of course. I already mentioned that. Danny Green, he's starting. Sniper. LeBron, of course, but I think they're going to play around with LeBron and Kuz, maybe. Because Kuz is not going to start either. Kuz is going to come off the bench, more than likely. But they might play around with the lineup and pick Kuz at the 4, LeBron at the 3, and AD at the 5. That might be the more effective lineup rather than, Cousins can play with AD, but Cousins might be better off the bench, the same role he probably played with the Warriors, because he's a defensive liability. And granted, Kuz is not a good defender or a great defender, but he's younger, and he can show that if he can show glimpses of improvement on defense, it's only right that you implement him in the starting lineup, because that's what you're going to need, especially with that coaching staff. They're going to want people that play defense and score. But highly on the defensive end, you got to show me some signs of playing defense if you're going to play in that starting lineup. Otherwise, you're probably going to come off the bench. So I think Kuz can fight for the starting position as far as he can start between the 3 and the 4 and mix that with LeBron as far as him being the 3 and the 4 and AD at the 5. But originally, they're probably going to start with AD at the 4, LeBron at the 3, and then Cousins at the 5, because AD prefers to play the power forward position rather than playing the center for whatever reason. And that's what they did in New Orleans, so it's understandable. It works, But the bench is going to be solid. I feel like we just need one more shooter, or maybe another wing. Enough wing players never hurt. That's why I said Iguodala would be perfect. Iguodala, Kyle Korver. Iguodala more than likely, for me, Iguodala for the most part is a much better fit. And then you fill it up that last person. Let's get somebody who's going to play their role well. That's it. That's my viewpoints on the Lakers. I love what they're doing right now. I can see them going all the way. I can see them go all the way to the Western Conference Finals and then winning that, going to the championship. You get the LeBron. When LeBron's on your team, you're almost guaranteed to go to the finals. It's proven fact. So we'll see what happens if they can stay healthy. AD is he's very injury prone, but that's why I like the addition of Cousins, because he can fill in, and you can move. Also, I ain't even mentioned this, JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee's good energy player. Shot blocks, catch the alley-oops, he rebounds, he knows his role, plays his position. Sometimes they might even throw him out there, instead of Cousins. So now he might even start. And then you might have Rondo, Green, LeBron, AD, and McGee. and then Boogie comes off the bench. You never know. I think Boogie and Kuz might rotate as far as who's going to start, who's not going to start, depending on the matchups. Because McGee is a better defender player, and if you have McGee and Anthony Davis out there, you're not getting to the rim on that. Like, those are two really good shot blockers, and AD can cover ground like no one else. Like, the man played point guard in his younger days, I think in high school. You feel me? So that's all offensively, but on the defensive side, yes, he can guard your point guard. He can guard your shooting guard. Like, you can switch. He can cover ground. And with McGee in the middle to cover anybody else's loopholes in the defense, that would be a hell of a defensive lineman if they chose to do that. But, you know, we'll see. I think their depth lineup, though, their depth line, they go, like, I need to score and defend. It's tough. I want to put Rondo in that lineup, but I don't feel like he's going to be the most effective at that time because of his lack of shooting. You feel me? Like LeBron, he's not really a shooter. You got to also remember that. So you want to put as much shooting out there as possible in the quote-unquote depth lineup. But depending on Caruso, if he can improve, I would have to go with Cook, then Green, LeBron. Well, LeBron would have to play the 4, right? AD has to play the 5, and Kuz at the 3. And I feel like that's their depth lineup because offensively and defensively, especially if Kuz can improve defensively, they could do it on both sides. They could shut down anybody with that lineup. You know, they could. I mean, they might go taller right now. I'm thinking about it now. Like, nah, that lineup's alright, but I really like AD at the 4. Then you put McGee at the 5. Like, that defensively is great. Although JaVale McGee is not like a offensive player, he doesn't have to be. His defense and energy and rebound alone would just do so much. It will help